Oh, awesome. Is he just always up left? All right, so what I have here, guys, is, so we're gonna skip ahead to you and Festi when Toby enters, and then right after that Malvolia enters. So this is the bit where two people come in to talk about Cesario to you. And what I want to do through these, so there's two short interactions that are both very comedic in nature, and what I was thinking of doing is simply alluding to the Malvolia theme with percussion, just like tapping on one of your guitars or on the mandolin or something like that, and just tapping out the beat to it, basically. Once Toby stumbles in drunk, and he'll have a couple of lines, and as he stumbles out drunk, Malvolia comes in, and once I believe it's on Malvolia's exit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yes, and then it ends as Malvolia exits. Very simple. I'm not sure.
What the page number?
13, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
13 is the exit.
Which entrance?
Are you starting at the top of that? No, because I see where you're at though.
Yeah, this is, no, it's
Okay, oh,
yeah. All right, so why don't we just have Toby, you'll enter up left, and let's have Festi and Olivia sitting together on the couch here. And actually, if you guys don't mind just popping up real fast. There we go. And that way both of you can enter to here for your interaction and then re-exit. And let's just hear that once and see what it sounds like. Very simple. Probably the most simple cue in the whole thing that I have. So why don't we go from now sir, now you see.
Now you see how your fooling grows old and people dislike it. Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. How much time should I give him before I do that?
That's about good, yes.
Why, mine honor hath drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman?
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. A plague of these pickled herring. Oh, how now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby. Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
I, Mary. What is he?
Let him be the devil and he will. I care not.
What's a drunken man like? Fool, like a drowned man, a fool and a madman. Go look after him. He is but mad yet, Madonna. The fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady?
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will or you or no.
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. I would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! My lady calls!
All right, let me stop you guys there. Yeah, I mean, what I initially put was for that tapping to have gone on through all of that, but just the very beginning of it, the thing is it sounded like it could have been like someone knocking on a door almost. So yeah, I think it might have been a bit it basically it wasn't extremely clear to me what that it was the beat for one of the motifs, and so therefore I had to go, wait, what are they doing? And want to avoid that. So
well, if we use the cajon that has a snare built in on the top, that would also have a better sound. It's a little more percussion-like. So that could help. Or if it was more string sounds, like
possibly even both of the, that with the cajon. Yeah, I don't think we need to spend more time on that tonight. Once we have that, we can
just
mess
really
around with
know-
that because that's
yeah.
easy to add.
Yeah, as long as we just know where to place it. That's the
Exactly.
important thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's skip ahead down into the middle of the veil scene. So what I have here now, we're gonna get. This will be the first time tonight we're gonna be dealing with the main themes.
Or it could be better with just an augmented picture.
All right, so let me just talk through what's going on here so that we can all get on the same emotional page with this. Wait, were you guys talking about like adjusting what I was just talking about to a pizzicato thing?
Well, I was thinking, I don't know. No, I like to the theme if we augmented it, so
Uh-huh.
it's less busy, but it's still violin pace.
So it's, you'll still have the under feel of the
I like that.
Mongolia, but not as noticeable or standing out.
I mean, I love what you did last night with simplifying violas and doing more of an underscore. So I would, yeah, if you mess around with the pizzicato to make it more like rhythmic and more.
I think it's more noticeably Malvolio at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that's what I didn't get. Like that.
It'll also make them sound more drunk. For sure. Yeah,
Right.
it's a little slurpier, slower.
That's great. I'd love to hear
Not
that.
even
Cool.
slurpier, just slower.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
This
So
doesn't start that early, though, does it? No, that, I was just changing that because it's a progression only. I wanted to make sure we have a
Okay.
one.
What did you want to see?
We can write, and that will use the augmented melody for that section. Yeah, right there.
Okay, sorry, Seth. Go
no,
ahead.
no. You guys
I'll
take your time.
Okay, will we ever have a percussion by itself?
No, let's do slightly to open up.
The level that you then the mandolin just shot.
So just write that we'll also add an augmented one. We'll figure that out later. We don't want to spend time on it now.
Okay. Great, we're ready. Thanks.
Awesome. No, thank you. All right. So let me just talk through sort of emotionally what's happening with these next cues, so that as we run through it, we can sort of all be on the same page here. So this is the scene where Viola, dressed as Cesario, comes in to Olivia's to deliver the message of love of Orsino's, and it backfires with Olivia falling in love with Cesario, thinking that she's a boy. So the way we're going to begin telling that story with the music here, there's a moment that they come in and it's very witty, back and forth, but tense, right? But there's a moment that Viola wins a big point where that's definitely a bit of a twist, because Olivia has been saying, no, this isn't going to happen, and Viola's looking like she's on the losing side, but then she comes out with this speech: the rudeness that has appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are a secret as maidenhead, to your ears divinity, to any other's profanation. And that has the effect all of a sudden of, okay, everybody else leave, and now Viola just like dunked. Now it's just her and Olivia, right? And whereas before she had like servants standing there like trying to usher her out of the room and stuff. So on profanation, so here's what I wrote for my notes. As Olivia is moved by Cesario, a simple chord progression for the two major themes can begin, very slowly or softly, with only an occasional strum to punctuate moments at first. So this is going to be a slow build, because it's a while, because what you're building up to is 2 pages further down.
Okay.
Olivia says, why? What would you?
Okay.
And then Viola responds with, make me a willow cabin at your gate. And this is the speech. So it's almost like the to your ears divinity, your ears profanation is the jab.
Yeah.
This is the follow-up cross, right?
Sure.
So this is where she absolutely just snags
Yeah.
Olivia. So on this speech, here during Viola's speech, the themes can be lightly added over the chord progression, which picks up and then slowly builds to a crescendo over the remainder of the scene, culminating in Olivia's exit. So you're not focusing just on the speech, right? So it's almost like the music is Olivia's love building, right? It's the fire starting and then building until she runs off stage going, "I'm going to embrace this," right?
So do you want
So throughout
Olivia's
the
theme to
conversation-
come in there?
Yes,
Over the
yeah.
first-
It would be Olivia's theme, but I mean they're designed to go together, and we got both people on stage.
Right.
So if you want to
Start adding
if
Viola's over time.
if you want to allude to it, I mean, again, violas can be very busy and tricky to put in under dialogue.
With the augmented version, it'll work.
Yeah.
So really, it'll just be following the emotion and the energy. In the
Exactly.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all there. I mean,
When do you
the
want it?
scene builds along. It builds very smoothly for you. You shouldn't find any problems where it's
Cool.
like, oh, this isn't, you know. Yeah.
And where do you want it to cut out?
So
On whose exit? Oh, all the way down. Okay.
Yeah,
so
but-
for us, that's page 20.
yeah. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Yep.
Just be careful not to build too fast, because because you'll see they do have some. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, I am no feed post lady. Keep your basically, Viola is not going to be reflecting these emotions,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're coming on too strong before Viola leaves, then whenever she opens her mouth, it's going to be against the grain,
True.
right?
Yep.
So let it be chill enough so that it can sort of like swell up and down when Olivia's talking, and then once Viola leaves, you can really take hold of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So more after. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. But you're welcome to build and go wherever you want to on the Willow speech, for
Okay.
sure. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm giving you lots of vagueness right now, but
Well, we'll just have to try it.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
couple times, see how.
exactly.
I guess I'll be on Mandalorian. So
Cool.
we can start just with you can come in.
All right. How you guys feel about everything I was just saying? You ready?
Yes, I
Give it a go.
Yeah, you can be this drum.
Yeah.
And you're going from
Well, let's
the rudeness or
let's go a little further back just for them. Why don't we just For right now. go from Enter Viola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we setting for this part?
Yeah, for now, I mean, yeah, we'll detail blocking, but for now, just sit down next to her and just, and don't do anything except exit on your exit.
Great.
Yeah. Let's not worry about any more than that.
That I am capable of.
All right, let's see what this is like. Enter Viola.
the honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her, and I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me the modest assurance if you be the lady of the house.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Comes what is important in it, I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach, rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hold here a little longer.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yes, you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us this place alone. We shall hear this divinity.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just before we go through the whole thing, I want to stop. I just want to work that moment. I want to get this. So we'll do blocking next week, but I want this moment to have a lot of weight and breath, right? So let the music tell a little bit of the story here. So earn that music cue with divinity and profanation, with those two, right? Divinity and give profanation to her, like almost like a plead, right? Earnest and very heartfelt, something that that it's almost like a request for intimacy, so that there's a reason for her to be like, oh wow, this messenger speaks really well, and then let that moment happen with the music before you bring in the words.
Got it.
Excellent.
Thank you. Work on?
I heard you were saucy at my gate.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you've reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber. I'm to hold here a little longer.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity.
Sit again.
Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam? Let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Such a one as I was, this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, to endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried. Ask. Item. 2 lips, indifferent red. Item. 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item. Neck, 1 chin, and so forth.
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous. Know him noble. Great estate. And yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Right. Loyal cantions of contempt and love and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberant hills and make the battling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth. But you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my estate as well. I'm a gentleman.
Get you to a lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you want to tell me how he takes it. Very well. Thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I'm no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell. Fair cruelty. What is your heritage?
Of my station, above my fortune to my state as well. I am a gentleman.
I'll be sworn thou honors.
Not too fast. Soft. Even so quickly may one catch the flame. Methinks I feel these years perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at my eye. Let it be. What help, Malvolia?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him I'll none of it. If that youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Heidi, Malvolia.
Madam, I will.
I do know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a fire over my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. It's decreed it must be. And be this so.
Awesome. All right. Actors can come back out. Thank you. Great job, guys. Really good job. I think so. This one, this one's tricky.